Hi, Adriana. How are you doing?
I'm doing good today. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. I just want you to know that anything you say in here stays between me and you unless you decide to bring harm to yourself or others. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So tell me about what's going on today.
Well, I am 3 weeks out from graduating college.
Oh,
Woo!
congratulations.
But I'm dealing with some issues as far as being really happy about graduating, but my family's not necessarily understanding why I'm so happy and so eager about it now. I want to talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I had been in school for 5 weeks, when I started college, my dad passed away,
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
that was my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he fought really hard, but I basically watched him suffer for 2 years from prostate cancer. It was just me and my mom in the house, and we do have a big family, and I do have older siblings, but
Mm-hmm.
they all live far away. So, I went from never seeing my dad sick to maybe one time with a bad sinus infection to seeing him sick every day. And two times he was hospitalized for weeks at a time. There was a time where he was in the hospital for 14 days. And then the second time he got put in the hospital, he lost the strength of his legs, and they told us that he would never walk again unless he had back surgery. And if he had the back surgery, there's a possibility he could have died during surgery. And they weren't sure if they wanted to do that. Be another reason because they said they knew he had at least 6 months and that it could be cause a lot more issues.
Mm-hmm.
But they basically said he'd never walk again. But a month later, God turned it around. He started walking again.
That's
But
awesome.
but I was also away from my parents from that time because I had school. But I do have an aunt that lives here, and between her and my uncle, they
Mm-hmm.
would, watch me. I was a senior in high school that time when he got put in the hospital, but they missed quite a bit of my senior year going back and forth to North Carolina to get treatment because he went to Wake Forest for treatment every
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks, and sometimes it had to be every week. So a lot of things, a lot of important things to me, they miss. But I was very grateful that he held on as long as he could because he told the doctor and my mom he wasn't going to die until I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
And that meant everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, I didn't know what college was like. I didn't know that college is like 50,000 times harder than high school.
I understand.
And that first year, you're automatically in a culture shock
Mm-hmm.
because you're trying to transition from high school to college, the classwork, the professors. Like, there's nobody to tell you to go to class. Like, you just have to have that willpower to go to class. So, not only was I trying to transition, when my dad passed away, you know, it's like I kind of died too. So, in the process of that, I ended up losing a lot of people, and I I ended up losing my high school sweetheart in the process of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that broke my heart. And that was 6 months after my dad passed away. We had been together for a few years. And a few days before we had broke up, I had found out that I had a tumor in my right breast too.
Wow. You
So
got a lot going on.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So after I got diagnosed on March the 10th with the tumor. Me and
Mm-hmm.
him broke up on March 12th.
Mm-hmm.
And then on March 14th, I had my surgery to remove it. It was benign, thank God, but
Thank
that was a scary process
I can only imagine.
because I literally had just lost my
Mm-hmm.
dad to cancer 6 months before that. So it's like between that and everything else, I went into a deep depression,
Mm-hmm.
and there were several days that I didn't think I was gonna make it to here. For one, I thought I was either gonna drop out of school, which I literally walked in the registrar's office to do that, but something told me not to, or I just thought I was just gonna lay around in my misery and die. I didn't feel, you know, I didn't know what to do, and my mom was grieving in her way. I was grieving in mine. My other family members, they were grieving in theirs. Everybody grieves different, but I made it, and I just I want my family to understand that I'm not the normal college student. I didn't have a normal.
Right.
I suffered with depression, and once the depression started easing up, the anxiety started going up really fast. And, you know, a lot of my friends never dealt with anxiety before, and they're doing stuff that I don't necessarily like to do, and I'm usually by myself.
Oh, I can definitely relate to that. Being by yourself, because I don't have very many friends because we're always on different tracks and things like that. So I completely understand. But I've seen you said a lot up until this point. You've got a lot of emotions going on, a lot of feelings that you're feeling right now. I see that you're feeling anger, you're feeling hurt, you're feeling happy, you're feeling sad, you're feeling hopeless at points. But through it all, you've overcome it. And I wish I could relate to your situation, but unfortunately I cannot. And I'm sorry that these things have happened to you, but congratulations on graduating.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But, you know, through talking about all of this, let's start with the first part that you said is about your family doesn't understand your happiness and what you've been through and things like that. So how about we focus on you? What are you doing to make Adriana happy? Are you taking out time for self-care? Is your family really, are they more of a burden or more of a support system right now? Or what are they?
I wouldn't say they're a burden, because I feel like when my dad passed away, outsiders always say, you got to take care of your mom. But family members did say, you know, watch after your mom, take after your mom, because I am the baby, and I have 3 older siblings. But they have families and lives of their own. But it just so happens I was still here in the house. So at 17 and 18 and 16, you know, I had to be strong. I had to be strong because of everything that was going on in the house. So, you know, since my dad passed away, my mom has always made it clear that when I graduated, you got to do what makes you happy. My mom nor anybody else in my family has ever made me feel like I had to stay here and take care of her, which I love my mama. I love my mama.
I can tell.
And I don't want to go far, but I know for me, I can't stay here for too long.
Okay.
So I don't think they're a burden. I feel like they support me, but they just don't understand, because even though they're my family, they're not in my shoes. They don't know what it was like to be a kid and experience that. Not my dad being an educator for 38 years and not having him through my toughest years of school, and you know, just everything, going into psychology, something he told me I was meant to be in since I was a little girl. Didn't even believe it. I wouldn't even take his psychology course because I was just so trying to be whatever my dad said. I was trying to be the opposite of what he wanted me to be.
Right.
But I ended up, and I feel great. I'm happy. I chose the right major, but I still feel like I'm not probably taking care of myself like I should.
Okay.
Like, stuff that makes me happy, I love watching movies. When I can sit down and watch a good movie by myself, or even with friends, I enjoy watching movies with friends, but movies, it's on the bottom. I don't know, they bring me so much joy.
Okay, let me stop you right there. You said that movies make you happy. So how about we set some goals for this week for you to work on over the next week so you can work on them and focus on your own happiness. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So what are 3 things that you think that you can do to make you happy?
I'm going to go get my nails done.
Okay, self-care.
That definitely makes me happy.
Is there anybody to encourage you? Can you encourage yourself? Is there a way to encourage yourself?
I love to put sticky notes all over my bedroom, my mirrors, just to encourage myself. Like, I actually have, like, my friends make fun of me because I got
Mhm.
stuff all on my walls.
Mhm.
And I love the sayings. Like, I even have one above my door that, be positive, have a great day.
Okay.
So that would be something I would do.
Okay, maybe watch a movie
Yeah.
as well to make you happy.
I'm going to go see the movie Little or Breakthrough. That's a good movie.
Okay, I heard the movie Little was great. So I think those three goals will be good, and I feel like you should do all three of them. You're going to do self-care, which is you're going to get your nails done. You're going to encourage yourself by putting little sticky notes up above your mirror. You're not going to worry about what your friends think or anybody else think. You're going to focus on Adriana and what makes Adriana happy, and then you're going to go see a movie because watching movies make you happy. And then next week, whenever you come back, we're going to talk about those things and see how you feel and see if you're happy by the end of the week, by next week, okay? And go from there.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Adriana.
Thank you.
You're welcome.